everybody. Welcome to the WhyFire webinar. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 reasons that knowing your why will define your future.
Absolutely. It's a real thing, and it definitely helps.
And it will certainly change your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh no, the slideshow is not working.
Really?
What? Oh no. Aha, there we go.
So what is your why? Your why is the reason. There we go. Your why is the reason for what you do and the way that you do it. It gives true passion and purpose to your life. So it's all about everything you do and your reason for, it's your reason for being, basically.
It gives you passion, purpose, and helps you define your future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get a little bit into our personal stories and our why.
Yeah, so for me, my why I discovered it not that long ago. 2018, I found myself in chronic renal failure in hospital. I'd been sick for about 7 months and just been continually told it was a virus, it was a virus, it was a virus. Eventually, after 7 months, I convinced my doctor to do some more tests and found that my kidneys were failing horribly. So my kidneys were basically sitting at 10%. On the second or third day I was in hospital, the doctor came in and said, first thing he said to me was, I'm putting you on the same drug that Lance Armstrong used to cheat with, which was pretty amusing. But the second thing he said to me was, you're a lucky bastard. He said, another 2-3 nights at home. And he said, you're probably just going to go to sleep and not wake up. That's how close I got. So,
which is, it's a good thing it didn't happen, because you would have never got to meet me and know how awesome I am.
Fantastic. Yeah. So from that point, that was a real defining moment for me. And, for anybody who's been in that situation, it makes you really think about the direction you're going and what you want out of life and how you're going to get there, which is basically why I started WhyFire and came up with the WhyFire concept.
Yeah, and part of your reason why now is, of course, at the time, Fletcher was...
Yeah, so at the time, I had my son, who's now nearly 5. At the time, he was not even 1 year old. So that was a massive thing for me, being told that, I was potentially, wasn't going to see the week out. And look
at that cheeky grin.
And look at the face on that kid, like, tell you what. So he became my why, living a better life. Not that I was doing anything particularly badly, or, for me, it was just all about making moves to make sure that I was going to be around for him for the rest of my life, and for as much of his life as I could be, and living for that purpose.
Which takes us to how your why has driven you forward.
Yeah, so, my why is all about, as I said, all about my son, Fletcher, and, living the best life I can for him and making an impact around his life. So everything I've done from that point forward has revolved around that. So for me, I've set up a career with this awesome human all around public speaking, and we talk to people about resilience and finding their why. We've also joined Rotary. Rotary's always been a very big part of my life. And something I'm very, very passionate about. I'm an avid gym goer, which means obviously because of my health condition that I had, my kidneys, thankfully my kidneys are good now. They caught it just in time. But health and fitness has become a really, really big priority for me. I'm in the gym 5 days a week. I know you're in the gym 6 days a week. Show off.
I have to go one better than you.
Yeah, of course you do. Always have to one up. I get to have a business with this awesome human as well. We get to spend our days making a difference, which is fantastic. And I'm also a wheelchair track and road racing coach, which is something I used to be a wheelchair racer, and it's something I'm really, really passionate about and love to help the next the next group of up and coming athletes come through.
Don't you feel sorry for this poor bloke? He has to spend pretty much every single day 13 hours a day with me. So yeah, poor bugger.
Yes.
So my story's a little bit different to Adam's. For me, my why is more about some of the stuff I've been through and how I can use my journey and I guess the shit that I've been through to make a difference in other people's lives. In 2008, on Christmas Day, I went to bed as usual, and the next morning I woke up completely blind in my right eye. Within a week, I was totally blind in both eyes. I could barely see the difference between night and day. All I saw was grey, really. And yeah, I guess that was a really, really scary thing to happen to someone when they were only in their 20s. It took about a month before I started getting paralysis in my lower limbs, and ever since that point I've been paralyzed from the waist down. As you can see from these photos, I've had very much a long journey with the illness that I was diagnosed with ever since. I was treated with steroids and no end of chemotherapy, which left me 100 kilos plus, which is a large amount of weight on somebody that's always been quite tiny, and made me very, very self-conscious. And then again in 2012.
That's a long
that's a long way away. In 2012, I had a relapse of my condition, which left me completely paralyzed from the neck down. These kind of things can really impact and change your life, and you can either allow it to make you or break you. And I guess my choice at some point, after processing and going through a fair amount of emotional issues because of it, was that I just wanted to play the hand that I was dealt, and wanted to use my story to not only positively influence my future, but also positively influence the future of others. I guess yesterday on Facebook, I did a post about these messages I'd been receiving from a young man who said that I'd literally helped to save his life because of the information I put out there and how honest and open I am with my story. And if I can only make a difference in one person's life, that is my why. That is my reason for every single thing I do, and the whole reason for wanting to give visibility to disability. So for me, my why has led to me becoming a speaker and developing my course, which is Live Invincible. We'll talk about that later on. I've done some really epically awesome things, including carrying the Queen's baton for the Commonwealth Games in 2018 here on the Gold Coast. That was a pretty incredible experience. I've been nominated for and won awards. I've written a book. The middle photograph here is of me, mum and dad at the Commonwealth Games gala opening ceremony in 2018, where I got to stand up on sit down on stage. I didn't do any standing. I got to be on stage in front of over 1,000 athletes, dignitaries, VIPs. And I've got to say, it was the first time I'd ever spoken publicly in my life, and I was absolutely bricking it. I had a panic attack before going on stage, and never want to relive that experience again. However, pushing myself to do that has led to all the stuff I'm doing today. So, I never want to, turn it down.
You wouldn't go back.
No. So next to that photo is of me receiving the bronze medal in the 400 metres this year at the Australian National Track and Field Championships. And there's a picture of me competing. Once again, knowing my why has very much led me to want to create a platform for myself and to want to try and make a difference.
You need a platform.
I do need a platform. I'm tiny, very, very small. And I guess yes, I love what I do. I love racing, but it also gives me a unique opportunity to be part of an incredible community, and also to try and make a difference to other people with disabilities when they see somebody who is going out and chasing goals and dreams. They can see that in themselves, and that they too have the ability to go out and do that. And that's really important now in our community, because quite often there aren't those role models out there for people to look up to. So that's where Adam and I want to make the difference. So we're going to get into the 5 reasons why knowing your why can change your life.
Absolutely. Yeah. So the first the first reason is it gives you conviction. So it makes it easier to walk your path. Well, I'm not walking.
No, neither of us.
Neither of us, but you get the idea. Walk your path when you know why you're walking it. So it gives you the whole point. It gives you passion and purpose.
Yeah.
Gives you a rough idea of where you're going and how you'll get there. So
when you've got conviction, when you have certainty, it will allow you to create a map for yourself and know where your journey is going to end. You can set goals, and you can have a true idea of where your future is heading.
Absolutely. So the other thing is it utilizes your intrinsic motivators to give you a laser focus. So we know that using your intrinsic motivators as opposed to your extrinsic motivators.
So your internal rather than your external. So what you feel inside yourself as opposed to what somebody else may be telling you to do.
Exactly. Yeah. It is a far better way to go, and it will keep you steady the course, and it will keep you going as opposed to using those external motivators. Also offers clarity, so you can remain consistent in the pursuit of your goals. So just makes, as I said before, it's that laser focus thing, and that
clearly defined path, so that you're able to set goals, so that you're true to everything that you want out of your life.
Also means greater self-belief and confidence. So if you know your path and you know how you've got an idea of how you're going to get there, you'll find that you have the greater confidence. It'll give you the confidence because you know the steps in the direction.
Absolutely. Confidence is extremely important with, any kind of personal development. Without confidence and belief in yourself and belief in what you're trying to achieve, then you're probably not going to meet your end goal. Once you have conviction, once you have confidence, it will set you down that right path.
So it gives you, the other thing is it gives you conscious loyalty. So what we mean by conscious loyalty is it means it helps you remain consciously loyal to your belief system. So
you have thought about what you want, and you are remaining true to whatever it is you feel that you want out of life.
So also you live your life with integrity. So integrity is a really big part to this, because there's no cheating this. There's no quick start guide. It is what it is, and there's the pathway to get there. So, and you have to do that with integrity and follow the steps and be true to it.
And conscious loyalty ultimately gives you that passion, that purpose, that drive, that determination.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it allows you to be all in 100% of the time. So it's something that you're loyal to, and you live, you breathe it. It is you 100% of the time, all day, every day.
Yeah. You are all in 100%.
Absolutely. Allows you to make authentic choices that align with what you want. So if you understand your why and you know what your why is, all the choices you make in getting there will align with your own belief system and how you're going to get there, and there'll be no external forces pushing you in the wrong direction.
Yeah, because those external forces, those extrinsic motivators, they're often a very strong influence because they come from something that's outside. So where maybe it's, you know, a boss who's telling you that you have to meet certain targets in order to keep a job, or whether it's influence you feel from family members or friends, or it tends to come from something negative. So you tend to remain true to them because you feel guilt or you feel pressure. And those aren't the things that you want to be focused on. You want to be focused on what's inside you, what is driving you personally to want to get to that end goal. And so by doing that, you will remain true to yourself and true to your own convictions, and you will be consciously loyal.
Absolutely. Yeah. So next up, we've got purposeful living. So it sets you up with a set of values to live by. So as we said before, it is the stepping stone, and it will align with, you know, your own values in how you know, the values that you've grown up with, and that it will, once you've found your purpose and your why, it just slides into, you know, into your own values.
So every person will have their own unique set of values that they live by. It will be a list of things that is just central to you and what you live by, and that isn't something that can be easily influenced or changed by another person. That is you as an individual. And you know, you may see loyalty or empathy or something like that as part of your unique value system. So knowing your why will allow you to set up your value system so that it is aligned with that. Yeah.
So also helps you cement your belief system and become resolute to it. So yeah, like we were just saying, it helps you stay the course and you know, stick to, you know, it cements your own belief system and which you'll use throughout the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the next one?
Positively impact the world around you.
Okay. So when you're true to who you are, you're much more likely to have an influence and an impact on those around you. So it may positively impact your friends, may positively impact your family, or may just positively impact the world in general. Maybe you're avid on social media, or maybe you are well known in the community. Either way, when you are living with passion and purpose and know who you are and know the reason why you are doing it, it allows you to have a much greater impact on those around you. Yeah. And if you are an altruistic person, if you are the kind of person that wants to make a difference in the world and wants to positively influence people, that is the best way for you to be able to achieve that.
Absolutely. So next thing is be authentic to your core values. So we all have core values that we believe, and you know, rules that we live our life by.
As we said in the last slide.
As we said in the last slide. So you know, if you found your why, and if it's the right thing for you, you'll be authentic to it, and it will fit in with those core values.
Yeah. And I guess the final point is, once again, in the same way as positively impacting the world around you, it means that you're working to something much bigger than yourself. Mm-hmm. You can have a greater purpose. You can live a life that's true to you and go out and just, you know, smash things. And really, really, really make those influences that you want to make in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's the final one of the
consistency.
5. Yes.
Yeah. So consistency is the biggest thing. So we know for a fact that it takes 6 weeks basically 6 weeks to form a habit. Some of us takes longer. Some of us don't take as long. For me, I know it does.
It takes you forever, like 6 months, and you still haven't formed it.
6 months, 6 weeks. But, so consistency is key to everything in life. We know this. Wake up every day with purpose and intention. Intention is a word I love to use, and it's so important with the WhyFire concept. because you're waking up every day with intention in your mind, intention in your heart, and to push forward with what your goals are for that day in pursuing and finding your why.
You are living, breathing it, and waking up in the morning and saying, this is what I want to achieve this day. This is what I'm going to achieve this day. And this is how I'm going to achieve it. And you just know within you that that is what you need to get done in order to go out and live the best life for yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, with consistency, is it makes it easier to make goals and stick to them. So when you're consistency when you're making your goals and you've found those steps that you need to do to get to your why, the consistency and finding time every week, or consistent times to perform those tasks, or go and do whatever it is you need to do to move yourself towards that point.
Yeah, exactly right. Be consistent in your goals, because as you see yourself going through the baby steps in order to get to your ultimate goal, that positive feedback on yourself will also help you remain true to exactly what you want to achieve. Yeah, you keep disappearing.
Keep disappearing.
Ghost person. Okay, and what have we got next?
Helps growth and development. So absolutely. So we know, for me, I go to the gym, and being consistent with that, helps me on a daily basis with my mindset. It helps with growth of my health and fitness and personal development. So yeah, so to me, that's how that.
When you're consistent and you know. Hey, Catherine, I hope you're still there. Hey, Catherine, sorry, we lost you for a moment there. Hi, let me just reset. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, why has that happened? Sorry. Yeah, okay, cool.
So the last point with consistency is helps you overcome any challenges you may encounter on your journey. So if you're doing things consistently and over and over again, you get very used to the ins and outs and the flows of things. You'll face challenges along the way in that pursuit. So the consistency will help you learn to overcome anything you encounter.
Yeah, so everybody encounters challenges in their lives, and if you have a clearly defined path and you have a clearly defined why, it will allow you to work past those challenges. So maybe you're very, very aware that your why is that maybe you, for me, for example, was that I want to remain independent and not go back to the position that I was in 5 years ago, where I was completely unable to move out of bed and unable to do anything for myself. So knowing that allows me to overcome a lot of the challenges that I face on a daily basis because of my health situation, because of my visual impairment, because of a lot of the health conditions that I have. All in all, understanding your why just allows you to keep moving forward. It allows you to live with passion, purpose, conviction, and it makes your life easier to lead when you want to do more than just exist.
Absolutely, it helps you. As I said before, it's that it's a word I love to use, intention. And you wake up every day when you know where you're going and what the aim is. You wake up every day with intention and ready to kick goals for that day.
Absolutely. Okay. It looks like the slideshow is going to give us a
hard time.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Don't you just love the internet? I don't know how to make this work. Oh, purposeful living. Okay, we actually have one more.
One more. Okay.
I hope Catherine's still there because
Consistency.
yeah, we go pleasure. Pleasure's the last one. I hope Catherine's still there because it's disappeared.
Yeah, she will.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go on then.
All right. So pleasure feels like you're living each day with a sense of achievement. So it's important. Everything about this is if you're not enjoying it, obviously, there's going to be parts of this that aren't, all that fun, but the majority of it's got to be fun, and you've got to be enjoying yourself. What's that?
Carry on. I don't think the Zoom is working, but carry on.
Okay. Feeling like she's still there.
She's still there.
So feel like you're living sense of achievement. So when you're doing this, you will, and you're enjoying yourself, you feel like you're achieving something every step of the way, which is great. Find enjoyment. It helps you find enjoyment in life because you're living for a purpose, and you've got the steps to get there, and you're waking up every day charged and ready to go.
Yeah.
More likely to remain committed to your goal.
Yeah. So obviously, if something is pleasurable, you're much more likely to stick at it, as is human nature too.
Absolutely. Yeah. So when something is fun, it keeps you motivated, and it does. You want to do it. You want to be there. So if you're making this journey fun and enjoyable by the steps that you're taking, being things that you enjoy. Like, for me, some people hate the gym. I love it. Like, I'm itching to get there every day, and I generally don't want to leave when I'm going.
And so your why, wanting to always, not get back into the position where your health is literally threatening your life.
Exactly.
Knowing that why then drives you to want to be fit and healthy and strong and always be there for your son. And by going to the gym, that's how you get there. So by knowing your why and doing something very, very pleasurable, you're now working towards these steps of living an awesome life.
Exactly right. So the last one we've got is more fun equal less stress. And isn't that true?
So true.
So true. And who wants stress in their life? I mean, everyone has it. But
you're generally my stress. Yeah. So, it's always true to life. If you're having fun, if you are true to yourself, you're going to be less stressed, and less stress equals more pleasure. More pleasure equals the more likelihood that you're going to go out and achieve what you want in life. So always remain true to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're just going to talk to you a little bit about the whole WhyFire concept and I guess why we're running this webinar. The WhyFire concept is something that has been developed by young Adam here.
It's me.
It's your WhyFire is the sweet spot between passion, purpose, and truly knowing what is in your heart that leads to giving fire to your why.
Fulfillment, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
So how we find your WhyFire starts off by us discovering what your why is, and your passion and your purpose and your reason for being, and what you're wanting to do. And then overcoming your greatest challenges. So
the shit that you've been through in life will give you some, it does, and it will. There are positive things that will happen because of the stuff you've been through. So whether it's you are more determined, you're stronger, maybe you found an inner strength you didn't know you had, or maybe you've met a community of people, all the positive feelings that you've had from overcoming the stuff you've been through in your life, that is the other part that will drive you towards your WhyFire.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the other thing, the important thing about this one is you would be amazed at the correlation that can be made between what you wanted to do as a, say, 6-7-year-old and what you do now, or what what your why might be. So if you're a fireman, or a firefighter, or a policeman, or
a paramedic, or something like that, you're probably the type of person that has who is very altruistic, who wants to help make the world a better place, who wants to look after people. So that for you is something that's intrinsic to you, that's something deep down inside. So if you are able to draw on the characteristics within yourself that has come from your childhood dreams, and add it to your why and the feelings and the positive emotions that you have because of overcoming your greatest challenges, that will give you your WhyFire.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. And in our workshops that we do, we go through this process and help you find all those things out, and that will lead you to stoking your why with fire. It will add fuel to it. It will give flames to your WhyFire and help you keep that passion burning, I guess.
Finding those things along the journey that you'd love to do, and push you towards towards your passion and purpose.
Exactly right. So our WhyFire program, we'll be presenting our first workshop as part of this program this Sunday at the Gold Coast Performance Centre. So if anybody's interested in coming along, they're absolutely welcome to come and join us. We will have an offer for you in just a moment if that interests you. If not, we are going to be setting up virtual workshops. Yes. So if you can't make the face-to-face workshop, you're of course welcome to join us virtually as well. So some of the things we cover in the WhyFire program are
being resolute in the pursuit of your passion and purpose. So something along the lines of what we were talking before. Find intrinsic motivators to fuel your fire and set achievable goals. So it is, it's goal setting to find finding your why, and keeping that stoked and keeping you going along that path.
And it's a 3-hour program, so we really deep dive into this stuff and work with all the people that are attending. It's very, very interactive. So it's not just a case of us guys sitting there talking to you. It is a case of us really helping to define these things for you so that you have a path forward and you can set your goals and focus in on those things that are deep inside you to help you achieve what you want.
Yeah, absolutely. So use negative life experiences to positively impact your future. So like me, with my kidneys, when my kidneys crapped out, it's about turning it's about turning those situations into a positive and using that stuff to push you forward, those feelings that you felt, and using that to turn things around. Next thing, make authentic choices that align with your why.
Yeah. So make choices that are true to yourself, not because you feel pushed by others. Truly understand your why so that you're able to make those choices and be very, very certain about the reasons why you're doing that, so that you can remain consistent and true to your convictions.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. So the last one is roadmap a life of contentment and fulfillment, and that's exactly what it does. So knowing your why and working towards it and keeping to it, really it gives you so much fulfillment and contentment, and you wake up mostly every day with a smile on your face, because you know where you're heading and you know what you're doing.
Exactly. So we help you to set that roadmap out for yourself, set the goals that you want to achieve, and figure out the steps to getting there whilst focusing in and honing in on your why. Knowing that will make that whole process so much simpler.
Yeah.
And the one thing we do also is anyone attending the workshop will also be receiving their WhyFire workbook. This is a workbook that we have spent a lot of time and energy working on, and it is your companion to, it's an independent workbook that you work through alone, but we do follow the same structure via the workshop. The workshops are just much more in depth. What we do is use the steps within the workbook to support what we talk about in the program, and we think that it's, you know, a great companion, a great guide to all the things that you'll learn on the day. So we have an offer for everybody that is attending the webinar today. I don't know if anybody else ended up coming on, but anyway, just in case.
No free steak nights.
No, no. So we are giving 50% off to everybody that attended the webinar today. Prices have been slashed therefore to $99.50. They may actually be slashed further. I'm thinking of reducing the webinar again tonight. So you may actually find, if you decide to use this code, you will be getting this workshop for actually under $50. Use WED at 50 as your code. The special offer ends at 11:59 tomorrow night. You will get the workshop, the workbook, access to the private WhyFire Facebook group, which allows you to interact with myself and Adam and other mentors that we have as part of the group to help you along your journey. So at any point you may have any questions, you are welcome to come on there, ask other group members, ask us, and we'll do everything we can to help you. And of course, the priceless thing with this offer is that you have the opportunity to change your life.
Absolutely.
You know, redefine what you want, know where you're going, and, you know, just really hone in on what you want from now on. Okay, and just finally, to let you know, our other programs, we have Invincible Motivate, we have Live Invincible, which is probably the next step from the WhyFire program. Once you've figured out what your why is, the Live Invincible program, which is mine, is about getting outside your comfort zone, embracing your challenges, and utilizing the stuff that's happened in your life and your why to actually drive you forward. It will allow you to go out and just smash life and really love what you're doing. Our other program is Invincible Aid, Access, Inclusion, Diversity and Education.
That's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. We do everything from team building workshops, which are a full day, to the workshop that we run, much like these. There's a 3-hour program, which is really tapping into your points of view on disability, your awareness of disability, any prejudices you may have but may not actually realize. Just to let you know, apparently, as a person with a disability and as a person who is an advocate for disability, I myself actually have some unconscious biases against disabled people, only a few, but they exist, and there's a special test that we do to help you to figure that out. This is because unconscious bias is something that is formed in childhood. It's programming from the media, programming from your environment, and something that most people don't even realize they have. So we like to talk about this a lot. And of course, the Motivate program is the big daddy of our programs. It is the WhyFire, the Live Invincible, everything all gelled into one and given a big stick of dynamite up its ass. It is all about motivation. It is all about goal setting, and it is all about driving you to exactly what you want out of life. And just visit invincible.co for more details, and you'll be able to find out about our other programs too. They all support each other. So if you're interested in joining us,
come hang out with us.
Exactly, or purchasing one of our workbooks for the others, please feel free to join us anytime.
Awesome.
Okay. So that is pretty much us for today. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you're still there. Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, I hope you've had a good time and you've enjoyed everything we've presented for you today. We're actually on time. We have finished pretty much exactly the right time. Please feel free to ask any questions if you have any, and any feedback would also be very much welcome. And of course, if you want to join us in any of our workshops this week, next week, and in the coming month, the details are all up on our Facebook page, which is Invincible Official.
Yep.
Okay.
Search it out.
Search it out. All right, we will see you guys next time. Goodbye, and we hope to see you at our workshops in future. Bye.
Thanks. See ya.
Okay, we just got to figure out how to get off here now.